Hi, I'm Tara, and today I'll be talking about my favorite looks I created for Lady Gaga for the Artpop era. This is number 12 of my favorite look from the Artpop era. Alright, this look was for the show Snap Smack, am I saying that right? In Japan in 2013. And she performed Applause and Venus. So there was a few different looks for this TV show. Literally like the most gorgeous looks ever. This look of her with Snap Snap wearing the big amazing wig Freddie made in this Swarovski encrusted jumpsuit. This is literally my all-time favorite jumpsuit she has ever worn, period. This particular jumpsuit did not shed many crystals at all, but the ones that it had on them, every single one was like a starfish, a seashell, but they were Swarovski. It was so stunning. It was so flattering. It had these hand pieces that like came over her hands. Oh my God, enough about the jumpsuit, right? She looked incredible, stunning, gorgeous. The cameras on Snap Snap are so super HD, so you can like see every baby hair on someone's face. So everything had to be so flawless, and it was. She looked amazing. And then for Venus, she wore the big blonde Venus wig, and she just looks so cool, and their sets are so elaborate. So she was up in these top layers doing these it was amazing. So this is one of my all-time favorite looks. And this look of her with Snap Snap has to be in my top 5 favorite photo ever. This is number 11 of my favorite look from the Artpop era. All right, this look is for the AMA's red carpet in my top 5. I may have a large top 5, that's more than 5, but still it counts. This look of her riding in the red carpet on a white horse, and the white horse had 4 dancers in it. I think 4, maybe more. Each of the dancers was puppeting a leg. So it was like it looked like a real horse. Marla designed it. Each leg of the horse was a person, but you couldn't tell. She looked like a Lady Godiva, Italian Versace, Princess Queen. The photos, even if they like zoomed in like this close, she looked flawless. She's like poreless, fabulous, just so perfect. These pictures are my favorite. There's not a bad photo of her. Every angle, every candid, she just looks spectacular. I effing love this look so much. This is like in the history books as the most fabulous entrance of all time. So yes, I mean the egg, of course, but this look was genius. She towered above everyone on the red carpet because she was on a white horse and looked amazing. She looked like an angel. Favorite look. Moving on. This is number 10 of my favorite look from the Artpop era. This interview on Watch What Happens Live and this look with Andy Cohen. She looked adorable, gorgeous, fabulous, sexy, everything you could possibly want. She had the seashell bra, she had an ostrich feather skirt or something. Maybe it wasn't ostrich feather, but it looked like it. Her skin was fabulous and glowing. Her hair was like to the gods. The wig, the curly, you guys call it the Venus wig, this size, so gorgeous. We were sat in the audience. So at one point, and there was like some other celebrities, it's a very small little room that it films in, and there's like chairs set up. So Freddie, me, and Perry, and I think Brandon were sat in the audience, and there was a couple other like actors and things sat there that I was like, why are they here? I had this little kit bag I was using that was from one of you guys. Like you gave me this little Disney princess like clear bag with like a pink plastic handle that you gave me like a present in. And so I thought the bag was so cute that I kept it and I saved it as like my kit bag. So I'd have all my makeups in there. And so at one point during the show, she like turned to the audience and was like, Tara, give me your makeups, because I had that for touch-ups in between takes, in between commercial breaks or whatever. And so I was like, oh no, like some of these things are like, I don't want them to get left here or lost, but okay, whatever. So I brought it up and I gave it to her. And then I think the plan had been, because it was Artpop times, we would do interviews and I would give her like my Artpop palette, or the host would ask me to do like Artpop makeup on them, like the color smears. So I thought she was gonna do that. And instead, she also asked Freddie for like a wig. And of course he like had a handy extra wig. And so she then began to use my touch-up bag to do the makeup I did on her on Andy Cohen. It's one of my favorite interviews of hers, one of my favorite looks. And we were like all laughing hysterically because she's so hilarious. And like her personality really came out on the interview. So yeah, it's one of my favorite looks. And when I see the photos, it like brings me joy because it reminds me of that night and the moment and how funny it was. And yeah, all of that. I just love it. So top favorite look from the Artpop era. Artpop. This is number 9 of my favorite look from the Artpop era. The ArtRave launch event at the top. Secret location. This obviously was an amazing night. There was a lot of like excitement building up to this night. We had a lot of things planned, apps and technology and things for the fans that were all just very exciting. That day, we were like, we had a million things happening. I barely remember it all blends together. We were doing like interview, this, press conference. It was like a press conference with the flying dress. There was a lot going on, all culminating in the ArtRave. So like we got to have friends of ours, like Breed Love and things come to the trailer that we did our glam in. Brandon like brought clothes. So like there's photos of us in the trailer where I'm wearing like a cute outfit that Brandon bought for me made out of like latex. It was chaos. There was so much happening that I had friends texting me who were inside the ArtRave. They were like, when are you gonna come out? And we were just in the trailer, the dressing room, in between, because she would come do a song and then come back out and we'd do touch-ups and she'd be interviewing with Ryan Seacrest. And so Freddie and I didn't like attend the ArtRave per se. I think prior to it starting, we got to walk around and look at the Robert Wilson portraits that we did. So that was really awesome. And I think I walked through like once, walked through really quickly because we followed her through to then get to the other side to do a touch-up. But from what I heard, it was very fun. And the performances were amazing, and we got to see the Jeff Koons sculpture for the first time, like finished in full size, like, oh my God, that's amazing. But everyone came to visit us in the trailer, so we had our own little ArtRave. We had a mini ArtRave party in our dressing room all night. You don't even know. I'm just kidding. So yes, ArtRave. Amazing, spectacular, fabulous, all of that. This is number 8 of my favorite look from the Artpop era. ArtRave tour, don't even. This tour was everything. So first of all, the music. I personally love Artpop. I love it. I don't care what anybody says, I love it. So getting to see those songs performed live every night, just shut up. It had been our dream for a long time to do wig changes in the middle of the tour. So we got to make that happen. Freddie made that a reality because he's a friggin' genius. So that was amazing. The little beanie guys with the big eyeballs that got shot out of the cannons, I would buy those for Gaga all the time and bring them. I love those. I love toys, as you can see. I love toys with big eyes and big heads. I would bring those to her and buy them for her and buy them for myself. I just love little toys with big eyeballs. So seeing those shot out of like t-shirt cannons, the crowd was like, glitter, glowing things, clear stages, clear runways. I mean, it's like a freaking dream come true. Looking into the crowd and seeing like a sea of people wearing flower crowns, like just shut up. It was like the dopest thing ever. Yeah, I mean, it was the ArtRave. Dreams really can come true. Yeah, everything about it. I mean, who has that many wig changes during a show? I dare you to show me anybody who can do that while doing all that choreography and singing live. Get out of here. And doing all those costume changes. Get out of here. Be gone. It was literally a rave. Anyways, I've been talking about it for long enough. So if you didn't get to see the ArtRave, then, you know, watch it online or something. Or They should make a DVD, I don't know. This is number 7 of my favorite look from the Artpop era. The Muppets special. As most people did, I have grown up with the Muppets. I still love the Muppets. Who doesn't love the Muppets? The first time we did the Muppets movie, she had a cameo in that. That was already a dream come true. It was like, oh my God, Muppets Most Wanted. We did a movie. Then we did an entire special with the Muppets, hung out with the Muppets, like literally Muppets, when they are next to you, talking to you, you don't see the person, you only see a Muppet, and like they are real. It's like an actual Muppet is interacting with you. They are so good at puppeteering, I guess. I hate even saying that because I like have a real reality that the Muppets are alive. So like they would have like a space under the stage where they're, you know, coming out of. It would be in between a take, and I would be like crawling on a stage so I wouldn't get the stage like dirty, you know? You have to have like basically like Swiffers on your hands and feet because it would be lucite or shiny, and I'd be crawling over to her to like do a touch up, and there would be a Muppet like saying like things to me, like funny things that are between me and the Muppets, so I'm not gonna share it. But I would be like, wait, what? And then I'd be face to face with the Muppet who was like whispering things in my ear. I would just be like, oh my God, they're alive and they're in love. Were you going on a date later? Are we in a relationship? So dreams come true. I mean, Kermit and her gypsy, like my heart cannot go on. The whole thing was just like, it's the friggin' Muppets, guys. They're not like superimposed. They're literally right there, and they are real as hell. They are so amazing. You are standing this close and you're like, oh my God, this is a real living thing. Anyways, okay. Reliving my relationship with the Muppet. Feeling things. Okay, this is number 6 of my favorite look from the Artpop era. The Alan Carr interview. So this is one of the few times she actually wore the amazing fiber optic wig that Freddie designed, created, and handcrafted each fiber of hair. I am not exaggerating, I'm telling you, I watched him sand down the fibers so that they were as fine as hairs. This wig, now I'm going on a tangent about the wig, but I don't even care.
So the wig is made out of a mixture of real human hair and the finest fiber optics in existence. They move and feel like real hair. The hair was inspired by taking a Disney princess and putting her in a rave.
This wig had the capability to electronically be connected to the soundboard so that it could like dance along to the music. Genius. Frederick Asperis is a genius. Anyways, this is one of the few times that wig was utilized, and it was on the Alan Carr show during the interview, and she performed Do What You Want on piano acoustic, which was like a beautiful version of the song. And she wore the iPad dress. So it was like introducing the app to the world and the wig. I think you can kind of tell on the show that it is fiber optics, but not quite as impactful. They did light it well on the show. So in person, when you were watching it on set, you could see that it was fiber optics. But man, that friggin' wig, oh. It still needs its full moments. Anyways, this is number 5 of my favorite look from the Artpop era. So this was the commercial for O2, which I think was like a cell phone company. Yes, don't be mad at me, O2. Because, here's why. They really let us like do our thing. So it was kind of a long shoot because we did shoot like 2 different setups, and their setups were so elaborate and gorgeous. So like one of the setups was like in like a parking structure, and like the floor was all wet, and there was like all these things everywhere. Like the setups were so huge and elaborate and gorgeous that the amount of clips that you've seen are so small in comparison to like the enormity. So there was like a whole hallway of like Mylar balloons. Like the things you see in those little clips are not like post-production. Like she literally was like standing in a hallway of Mylar balloons. Perry had all of these like silk florals that he used to make her bikini and panty. And I prosated those. Prosade is like an adhesive to her face and on her body and stuff to just make her look like a Aphrodite princess. So I just really loved that look. It was so gorgeous. And then there's another look that's more like the black, the feathers and stuff in the same commercial with the sunglasses. And it was just really cool. And I loved how it turned out. Even the photos from that, like I always see, I'm gonna do it again, Jiffy peanut butter. It's from that commercial that are like, she just looks, I don't look good doing it. I look like I'm on ecstasy, or she looks like a beautiful ballerina princess. I'll stop doing that with my arms. Looks like I'm raving, and not in a good way. This is number 4 of my favorite look from the Artpop era. Okay, the ArtRave tour book, shot by Ruth Hogbin, who is so amazing. She's a genius. This was so fun. It was like a whole day shoot with Ruth, who's amazing and awesome, and I love her. So she made it super fun. The looks are so good, and Ruth's photography is so good, and the wigs were so good, and the costumes Brandon did, like everything is so good. And she literally had like a swing on the set, so Gaga was like swinging back and forth. We just had so much fun shooting this tour book, and I think it shows up in the pictures. So yeah, I love the tour book. When I actually saw it in physical form, I was like, oh, Ruth, you bitch, this is so good. It's amazing. And she acted like she had all these different weird contacts, so she would like pop one in, and then we'd do a couple shots, and then not of alcohol, like and then she would, you know, throw something else on and try that, and then Ruth would throw this, Ruth has all these like crazy cool tricks, so she'd like throw this other thing on and put this light on, and it just turned out amazing. It's like a collector's item. Anyways, this is number 3 of my favorite look from the Artpop era. Swine Fest, aka iTunes Festival. Oh my gosh, I just died. Okay, so first of all, for Swine Fest, Gaga gave me the task, which was an honor, of, we were at the Chateau for a while, the Chateau Marmont. I don't want to sound like a douchey, but the Chateau for a while. And I was painting a lot of the time. So she was like, I want like cool promos for this that are like, you know, look cool and handmade and grungy. So we were all just like hanging out in her room, and I got some paints, and I just started like painting on the printed out like a Inez and Vinood shoot, like the pictures. And I just started trying some things in like red paint. I don't know, I just thought it would be cool in red paint. I don't know why. And I like painted a pig nose on her, and I just tried some couple different things. And she was like, yes, I love this. And then on the other one, I think I like wrote on it, like it was some applause promo thing I did too. Anyways, she really liked them. So she ended up using those as like the promo for Swine Fest and for the applause single. So that was really fun. We were all like super involved in the creative process. So that made it like extra fun for everyone. I loved like the pig noses leading up to and after Swine Fest that she would wear. That was super fun. And all the looks like around the promo. And then after, she wore that amazing bubble dress that the XO, I think they're called XO company, like made, where she literally was like making bubbles. Her dress was producing bubbles, like incredible. The actual iTunes Festival, the looks, like I still look at photos of the festival. Every single hair, Freddie did so many hair changes. They all looked flawless. The makeup, I mean, to pat myself on the back, the makeup was flawless. She looked so glowy but not sweaty or oily. She looked like an angel. Like she just looked beat but not makeup. It's like one of my all-time favorite looks, my favorite concert. She wanted us to come on stage during the show and all of us to do like a touch-up change. She had Lacey come on stage at the end of Manicure and do a little like dance solo. It was like everyone, she wanted everyone to really like be a part of everything, which I thought was really cool. It was just really fun for everyone. And then afterwards, we like all went out to this club with Too Short. So there's like photos of us arriving back at the hotel. I think I'd gotten like a rose from one of the fans. Like you guys gave me a rose, and I was getting out of the van and Too Short was like helping me out. And someone had commented or tweeted like, that he was like a random person helping me out of the van. I was like, excuse me? He's like a world famous, iconic. Guys, get with the times. Anyways, that was also really awesome as he like rode with us and like rapped his iconic songs at us, and we're like, excuse me for totally geeking out on you. So yeah, iTunes Festival / Swine Fest. Amazing. This is number 2 of my favorite look from the Artpop era, the Jingle Bell Ball. So this was not our first rodeo with the Jingle Bell Ball, but this Jingle Bell Ball with the green hair was really dope. The costumes were like all sparkly. I think they were all Armani. I hope I'm right about that. If I'm not, I'm very sorry. I'm pretty sure they were Armani though. They were all like studded, crystalled. Oh my God, so dope. Perry did make some of the costumes as well. I believe like the seashell bra and some of the other ones. So Perry, Meek, and Armani. That green is like a whole different color green that Freddie hadn't done before. It was like Christmas meets Monster Ball Born This Way ball. It was just so good. The color green in like the old Monster Ball style wig. Oh my God, it was so gorgeous. There's like a photo of her like in the middle of choreography. I love how when I try to do it, I look like I'm a 5-year-old, like, look what I can do, where there's confetti blowing up behind her that she just looks like such a rock star. It was so good. And there was these photos of her getting back to the hotel that are some of my, it's like one of my favorite looks. I literally say that every 5 minutes, I know, but it does not cheapen my favorite looks. Don't even try to take that away from me. Where she has this red amazing outfit and the green wig and a Christmas tree, what people think is a Christmas tree hat. So what happened was we were in the dressing room at the O2 Arena, and there was like a mini Christmas tree in there for her, like, cause it was the Jingle Bell Ball. And she was like, had this idea, this genius idea, like it would be so good if that had like a Christmas tree hat. And everyone was like, that would be good, but like we don't have one of those. And so she like saw the little tree and was like, snap, and went like this, and we're like, that would look badass, but like, it's like, how is it gonna stay? And so Freddie, of course, and her together figured out how to like keep it affixed to her head, and it looked amazing, and it's like an iconic picture and look. So yeah, that was amazing, and I love it. And for number 1 favorite look from the Artpop era, there are so many Artpop promo looks that I still stare at, and I'm like, yeah, baby. In particular, the other look in Berlin for the Artpop fan listening party. No non-fans allowed. And for any of you that were there, Lacey and I actually were on stage for the whole thing with Gaga. It was Gaga, Lacey, and I listening to the album with you for the first time. So if you were not there, everyone's phones were taken away at the door, then you don't know that Lacey and I were sitting on stage the whole time. But the look for the red carpet and for the whole thing was just so good. It's like Freddie had her hair, like he freshly colored it, and he like did this slick down, like just very Berlin 1930s sort of vibe. So then we got this like fake mustache that we like glued down, made her very fair. I was like mixing the like whites into the makeup at the time. And then I made her mascara and her inner eye very white. She wore like those contacts again, but then like she was also blushy. You know, we were kind of like giving an homage to like 30s Berlin. And then she wore like the bra and the garters and the thigh highs with like a big like faux fur. It's kind of like Garbo meets Marlene Dietrich. I'm obsessed with this look. And then I mixed together this like ethereal glitter mixture that everyone seems to love. Who knew? I get so many questions about how I made that glittery body makeup mixture. It's often those looks that are unorthodox and they're unconventional. It's not like what somebody would like walk in at a makeup counter and be like, today I'm thinking I want like no brow, I want a white lash, and give me a mustache, you know? But when you can make that genuinely beautiful and make people go, that actually looks like really beautiful and sexy, and kind of like change their idea of what beauty is and can be, that's when I'm like, jackpot, bing pot. So that's one of my favorites. Literally the Artpop promo era. I could say this about every era. Like, I forget some looks because things happen so fast and we do so many looks a day. But I'll go through like gagapictures.com and I'll go through like day by day and I'll be like, oh, no, that one's by, oh my God, I love that. I forgot about that one. Oh my gosh, I love that one. So I have so many favorite looks. A lot of it depends on what like category of look, you know, more avant-garde or whatever. I definitely have more Artpop favorite looks. Okay, so for my other Artpop favorite looks, I'm gonna kind of like group together because I could do this forever. What you guys call the Venus wig, the like big curly, beautiful bazinga wig that she wore for the Roseland residency. The promo looks in that wig, I can't get over how beautiful they are. I know that sounds silly, but I can't get over it. It's like this clean, gorgeous look that is just so flattering and so stunning. I want to recreate it for you guys because you ask me all the time, but I feel like without a wig that even looks similar, it's just, I won't be doing it justice. Just won't. But there's so many different photos of her in that look with different outfits and different versions of that wig that are my freaking favorite photos of her. There's one in like a mock turtleneck black long sleeve jumpsuit. There are ones of her in like the white outfits with the white slacks. I mean, I could just go on and on. And it's like each one is more beautiful than the last. So that has to go in my category of my favorite Artpop looks. Obviously, the Applause promo looks are in that category as well, but I already covered that in the last video. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video of my favorite looks from Artpop. If you did like it, then write a comment or comment what you want to see next. If you hated it, then stop watching. Thank you for watching. Love you, bye.